Hi, welcome to the 1 Liter Podcast. You will watch us drinking 1 liters of beer whilst talking about shies. Please like and subscribe. Welcome to the 1 Liter.
Prost!
Prost!
Welcome back to the 1 Liter Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone. Ooh, I'm drinking that Maxwell Honey Mead today. God damn, that's smooth.
Mead.
Oh, like the Vikings.
What's the percentage on that old bad boy? It's like wine, isn't it?
12.5 or something like that?
12.5. You're going to be pretty schlooged. That's twice mine. It's like you having 2 liters of my beer.
Are you joking?
Yeah, it would be. My beer would only be 5.5. That's more than 2
True.
liters of beer right
Fucking
there.
lightweight.
So by the time you get halfway, that's as if you've completed a whole 1 liter normally.
I am going to be clued, bro.
You're going to be schlooged. Oh,
You got some fun facts for us today?
I got a Phil's fun fact. It's an interesting one. Do you know, you might know this, zebras, right? I thought of this because of Madagascar.
Yep.
Zebras camouflage, right? They're black and white stripes.
What
okay?
do they camouflage in Africa, though?
Exactly. So
Yeah, here we go.
everything else, like a lion, they're yellowy brown, like they blend into the grass that they sneak through to get their prey. Birds, they have colors like trees, so they blend into that. All animals that camouflage like that, and then people were like, well, what about zebras? What the hell are they camouflaging? They are camouflaging themselves into their own herd. So it's so that you
Appear
can't
like multiple.
it's so that you can't tell where one zebra ends and the other one starts, so that a predator like a lion can't pick out and go, all right, there's the weak one, we'll get him, because it's just lines.
So it's like a complete ocular illusion.
Yeah.
Optical illusion. Fuck.
I was like, are you meant to say ocular? Optical. Yeah, correct. And when scientists were testing this, apparently they would like mark a zebra so they could track it. And what happens to the zebra
They were
that's
getting
marked?
chomped.
They were getting eaten.
Fucking idiots. You
The zebra that's marked
You
dies.
doomed the poor stripy horses.
Yep. So that's exactly why if a zebra is injured or something, or it has an injury, that's the target, right? They
There's
can
a
see
bit
it
of blood.
limping. It's different. They can tell where it is in the herd. Boom. And
Did you
it's
ever?
probably slower than
You never
everyone else.
watched any of the Predator films, did you?
I did not.
Unpopular opinion, but I thought Predator 2 was better than Predator 1. I think I mentioned this before in a podcast, but I didn't like the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger was this big, massive dude and he didn't even throw hands with the Predator. He just got his ass kicked. Danny Glover. So that's in like a Colombian jungle or something, the first Predator. Second Predator's shot in like LA or something in like the 90s. Danny Glover, oh shit, oh, just sweating. Oh fuck, shit. He's got those big desert eagles with the fucking scope in it. Bam, bam. And there's a fucking cool scene where Gary Busey, I think, we're gonna get these motherfuckers, the big gums, Gary Busey. He's like a CIA or something agent, and he knows that they've discerned burp. Sorry. They've figured out that the Predator can only see through like infrared and other it can filter. So if you ever see Predator, they wear like the mask and they're looking at their prey, and it changes between infrared, like the black and white one.
What is the Predator? Is that a thing
It's
that you
just
can
a-
explain to me? Or
The Predator is just like a highly advanced alien species that their sole purpose is basically the implementation of hunting and destroying. Basically, they're just hunter destroyers.
doesn't sound very highly advanced to me.
Oh,
It
dude,
sounds
they've got cloaking. They've got like miniaturized nuclear weapons. They've got alloys and metals that can cut through anything. They've got these nets that they throw in you, and the nets just like shred you to death.
What I'm hearing from you here is that,
And they got intergalactic space travel.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the cloaking's the best, dude.
what I'm
And they're
hearing from you
huge.
is that they basically have all these technological advancements,
And all they want to
but
do is kill things.
But they stayed as if we were cavemen. We were hunting cavemen,
Mhm.
but instead of just building spears and out of sticks,
Mhm.
they evolved and made all this technology purely for the fact of hunting and killing, whereas
here's
we
the
kind of went in a different direction and we were like, hey, let's not hurt each other. Let's build buildings.
Well, here's the cool thing, and this is a part of me that a lot of people would want this fleshed out more, but I like to keep the mystery of certain things. For all we know, this is just a certain faction of the predator. Maybe the predator species has governments and legislations and agricultures and shopping centers and maintenance workers and stuff.
And this
but
particular one
it's
is
just
a hunter.
one facet of the military that they need to, when they go out, they don't hunt for survival. They hunt. They're on the they play offense more than defense, right?
Yeah, defense, offense.
So I think the more they get better at hunting, maybe they're protecting themselves better. Maybe they started off as like a really weak race, like the Romans, for instance. The Romans used to get shat on by everyone until the Romans kind of like took some ideas from the Greeks, got that phalanx,
built an army or
built
something.
the army, and then eventually they conquered everything and they got cocky. So like, they clearly don't. They're clearly not interested in terraforming or conquering planets. They just want to hunt the best of the best. So obviously, they would have been doing surveillance, and then they would have seen like this like crazy spec ops team kicking ass in this jungle. So they were like, they're the best human has to offer in this sector. We'll go hunt the best. That's why Arnie got hunted. And they would have seen the amount of violence. So there's like gang wars going on in LA between the Jamaicans and the Colombians or the Cubans or something like that. And so
In the film, yeah.
In the film, yeah. So it's like King Willie's the leader of the fucking Jamaicans, King Willie Man. And then there's El Scorpio is the leader of the fucking Spanish or the Hispanic Latinas or whatever. It's fucking so like Predator would have seen these like huge violent crimes going on here and being like, okay, this is a battlefield. I need to get down there and fight the best of the best. In between those two gangs is like the LA police, but there's a special task force that Danny Glover heads, and Danny Glover's just like a cool motherfucker, super brave, sharp, badass. So Danny Glover ends up being like the main enemy. Behind that is like the CIA team, CIA, FBI, like below that, like an MI6 version of like America. Like I don't know, we're talking like Area 51, 41, 61, Area 51, 51. Yeah. So, anyways, they realize that predators. So in the first film, Arnie's being chased. His whole team's dead. A couple of them are scattered. He jumps off this cliff into the water, comes out of the water and covered in mud because there's water on the bank of this like Tropicana foresty kind of thing. And he hides under these roots and he's covered in this gray mud. And all you can see is like the splash of the water because the predators have cloaking. And then he sees like when it comes out, obviously sometimes there's too much stimulus and the cloaking malfunctions. So you see this, and eventually the predator uncloaks itself and it marches and it stands there and it's scanning to try to see Arnie. And Arnie's sitting there like, oh, fuck, this is it. I'm done. And it can't see him because he's cold. It can't see infrared, the body heat.
Right.
So Arnie's like, holy shit. So you don't see Arnie in any other Predator film, which I kind of like. Because like Terminator, they just kept bringing Arnie back and it kind of got lame. But in all the other Predator adaptations, only in the second film, the CIA guy kind of, because Danny Glover stumbles upon the CIA team because he's hunting the Predator himself. And they're like, you shouldn't be here, you motherfucker. We've been chasing this thing for months now. A guy 2 years ago in Guatemala, there was a special forces guy who found him, and his report said, so they're talking about Arnie. It's like a hint. Everyone loves a little hint. He's like telling us that they couldn't see him because he was covered in mud and blah, blah, blah.
Everyone loves a reference.
Yeah.
Loves a reference.
Fuck yeah. So basically, where he's talking to Danny Glover, they've led Predator into this like meat factory where they hang the dead like cow carcasses. And obviously it's all frozen there. And so I think they know the Predator goes in there to feed, right? So they've tracked it down there and they've got like a spec ops team. So this CIA team go in there and they're all covered and insulated so the Predator can't see them. And they're trying to find the Predator and they're fucking covered in this gear. And the Predator knows something's in there and it's swiping through all these different filters to try to see them. And it manages just to catch the lights flashing. So it can't see the infrared, but it sees the lights, and then it just massacres them all. So that's what it reminded me of.
Sheesh.
Bro, you got to watch Predator, bro.
That's a long tangent for
just that one
camouflage of a zebra.
But I like to describe but anyways, there's a great part where El Scorpio, the leader, his gang gets like pushed back into this building and all the cops are at the front. And El Scorpio's got like an armory in front of him and all these men are like tooling up with like high-powered sniper rifles and like pipe bomb guns and fucking big M60s. And El Scorpio opens this flask full of coke and he's like... He's like going red veins and pop. He's like, come and get it. El Scorpio is ready. It's the fucking funniest scene, dude. He's just hyped up on coke.
Do you know what's funny about them bringing Arnie back in the Terminators?
What's that?
In the old, where he's old, he just wears a leather jacket the whole time because he can't show off any guns anymore. Like,
yeah, but the
in the
problem
old
is,
ones,
like,
he's always got his body out because he's a rig.
But the problem is he's a robot, dude. Like, he's got synthetic flesh. His flesh wouldn't wither. So so he would stay built.
Exactly.
It's so dumb.
Exactly.
But like, props to like film makeup departments, man. They really do make someone look younger. It's crazy.
I think it's partially makeup and then probably some
A dieting
CGI.
for sure. Maybe some CGI. Yeah.
Like in you know what I really didn't like at the end of Avengers when Captain America's old.
Bro.
That was everyone was like, "Oh my god, that was so good, such good CGI." And because of the hype, I watched it in cinemas. Because of the hype, I was looking out for it. So when I was watching him talk, I still wasn't a fan. I could see the CGI moving around his lips when he was talking.
Do you know what's crazy about that? I thought it was an old man actor.
Really?
I thought they got an old man actor who looked like Chris Evans. And then I found out maybe last year, the end of last year, that it was actually Chris Evans in makeup and CGI. Dude, I was shook.
Maybe I'm just being too critical then.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So, one of my...
What is this? Do you want to plug it in?
Nah, it's all good. So this is from an old straight edge band, American band called Fight Everyone, because you know, straight edge people, they love to be militant. This quote. So King Louis, the Jamaican dude, ends up getting killed. The Jamaican war boss gets killed by the Predator. And there's like this like TV news reporter, and this is his quote. I love this quote. And it's funny because straight edge people, they don't drink, they don't do drugs, and they don't have promiscuous sex. So this being the intro to one of their songs, a drug lord being killed, it's just so fucking, I hate fucking straight edge people, man.
The drug lord, the vicious drug lord found in an alley just around the corner with his head cut off and his spinal column torn from the body.
And his spinal column torn from the body.
That sounds sick, though.
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Dude.
Rest of the song's trash.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so just the intro's sick.
Precisely.
Just to cut back to zebras camouflaging into their own herd.
Go on then.
I've heard that being used as an example from Jordan Peterson about humans fitting in to society as well, and how dangerous it is to stand out. So like we were saying, the marked zebra gets killed. So that's why people don't want to be different to their peers, to society. As soon as you stand out, you are a target because people will go, that guy's different. He's doing something different. We must tear him down. He's trying to make something of himself.
Australians are like that on steroids, man. That's like tall puppy all over. Dude, you know what? I've always gone against the grain and I love it. And even when people try to tear me down, it feeds me, dude. Like, I haven't really accomplished anything amazing to be able to be like, yeah, I've done this because of it, but I literally feel strange. Here's a weird psychological thing about me. If I'm sitting in a like at a party or something, right? Like a big dinner full of people, and someone says a joke and everyone's laughing and having a great time and sharing this like great moment with each other, my mood, it's like a bipolar thing. I'm like, ha. And I look around and everyone's having a great time. I'm like, you fucking disgust me, all of you. Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness.
I don't think I wouldn't say it's bipolar, but it's just like, I feel uncomfortable being a part of a group.
I do appreciate that about for instance, your sense of humor, which we talk about all the time. It's very different and weird. And you like to post things like that and you don't give a fuck. So you're just like, oh, well.
Yeah, bro.
Like it or not, I'm
Yeah.
going to do it.
Dude, I go to movies, right? I'll go to a comedy film and people will be laughing throughout people laugh at the things you're expected to laugh at.
You're supposed to laugh. It's set up for laughter.
Exactly. And because I know that, I don't find it funny. But when one of the characters goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Well, you know, I don't know. Maybe I slept in or something. But hey, man, I fucking find that funny.
And you're the only one in cinema like,
I'm the only, yeah. It's like, ha ha, and then you hear crickets afterwards, and some people turn their heads. I find it funny
"What?"
because it's real. Like
Yeah.
that person's like, you can see that person going, fuck, I got no fucking excuse. I don't know, I was doing this. Anyways, let's move on. And you can tell the other person's like, fuck a piece of shit. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
That shit's funny to me because it's real. This, I don't know. I'm pure organic, man. I just came out of a fucking tree. I'm like, I got a leaf on my cock. I got a codpiece leaf. Like,
You're Tarzan.
like I just don't like Borat, for instance. Very nice. How much people fucking Borat? Very nice. How much? And they all fucking repeat it and they love it. Family Guy. Hey, Quagmire. This reminds me of the time that you and I got some hookers. What the hooker? And they laugh at it. I fucking hate you. I hate you, people. It's so obvious. It's not funny. Philip, it's not funny. I hate it.
I get that.
But you look at Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric are anti-comedy, and it's fucking hilarious.
I do like a bit of anti-comedy.
Oh my God, I hate
Dude.
ordinary. I hate normies, man.
All right. I'm not going to claim to have your style of humor, but
I don't even have a style of humor.
I don't find Borat funny.
That's good.
It's quotable, sure, because you can put on a funny accent and, oh, yeah, great. Yeah.
All right, I got one for you. I know that you'll find funny, that I don't find funny.
What?
The Other Guys. I'm wearing my big boy pants.
Nah.
I'm a big boy. Is this how you conduct yourself? Not fucking funny.
It's
Boring.
Not a good movie either.
Shit movie.
Not a good
Too
movie.
long. The only funny part I found about that movie.
I was about to say, there's probably like two that I can
Two
think
funny
of.
parts, yeah. Oh, I can't think
What
of
are
it off the
yours?
top of my head.
Mine's Desk Pop, where he pops the gun at his desk.
Didn't find that funny.
Desk Pop, kind of funny, and where he's over with his wife and he loses his shit and,
he's like,
refers to
"No,
himself as Gator in third person. That's funny.
Gator.
Gator's funny.
So
But
they
the
went by
rest
the
of the
name
movie-
Gator.
Way over the top.
Totally. The part where Mark Wahlberg was kind of doing ballet gave me a smirk
I don't even remember that part.
when he's like, shaking your ass for dollar bills. And he's doing like the thing, and she's like, how the fuck did you get so good at ballet? His ex is in ballet. But dude, the Gator part. I was just trying to help her out. I'm telling you, man, you're a pimp. Are you even listening? He's like, so I went by the name.
You do a good Mark Wahlberg.
Thanks. Hey, dog, what's up? Yeah. So he's like,
I just find they're milking it.
I went by the
They're
name Gator.
milking it.
Dude, Will Ferrell has not adapted as a comedian. He literally, like, and the same can be said about Jim Carrey. Like, God, I love Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey has done a lot of shit,
Mm.
and he is really going downhill, in my opinion. From like, you look at someone like Pauly Shore, for instance. Pauly Shore, hey buddy, wheezing the juice, and
I
See
don't
No
know
Man of
Pauly
Stuff.
Shore, yeah.
Yeah. So Pauly Shore was a one-track guy. He kept up that, and then everyone blacklisted him. No one liked him. I love Pauly Shore. I know if he kept doing films, he kept doing the, hey, buddy, I'd be like, oh, I'm bored of this now.
Mm.
Jim Carrey was wise enough to try to do other films. He tried to do that one where it's like the serious one, 72 or 34, whatever it was. But
Yeah, I remember that one.
But-
That was the one I watched, and I was like, yeah, it's.
yeah.
And look, the first time I noticed Jim Carrey, this is when I was really young. This is before I watched Pet Detective, I believe, was in Truman Show. My parents were watching Truman Show, and I was like, oh. And I literally remember thinking, I was like, oh, that's a weird looking guy. And now I look at it, I'm like, no, he doesn't look weird. He looks normal. But at the time, I thought he was a weird looking guy in Truman Show. Like, not bad looking, but a weird looking guy. And I was like, oh, he's quite like weird and animated. And
Mm.
that's what I thought with Truman Show. And Truman Show, I think, is a great film.
I do too.
For him, it's a pretty serious role. It doesn't do much
But
comedy in it.
he keeps the Jim Carrey that we like in it. Like,
Without doing as much overacting as we call it.
I think it's hard, man, because like I feel like some actors can keep doing what they're used to doing and it sticks, but some actors need to evolve a bit. And I know that Jim Carrey attempted to evolve, but people were so used to that crazy over the top Jim Carrey, and poor Jim Carrey was like, I'm tired of that. I need to try something else. And people were like,
He was
I don't want any-
he
I
was
don't
the
want-
highest paid actor at one stage.
yeah, bro, that whole
In
check for $1 million
America.
things.
Mm.
But Will Ferrell kept doing Will Ferrell. He got the laughs, he got the fame, and he just kept doing the same thing.
My opinion on Will Ferrell,
He just no.
he had to grow on me. I didn't find him funny. I thought he was a creepy old man because he's always looked old since I've seen him. I've never seen any young Will Ferrell.
The dude needs to fucking work out, man. Will Ferrell got comfortable with like never wearing a shirt. Oh, hey.
Fine though, because the comedy is in the fact that he does have a complete dad bod, if not worse, and then he has his shirt off. It's fine. But I can't remember which Will Ferrell movies I first saw, but I always thought, I don't know if I find this guy funny. Like he's
over the top, man.
He's over the top, but then like I got onto Anchorman and stuff, and I get his style of acting and humor, and I really appreciate Anchorman. Like that shit's great.
Yeah,
and
the
I like
first
that.
Anchorman.
Yeah,
second one's trash.
Yeah, second one felt a bit.
They're coming through the back door.
Yeah, felt forced.
That's not funny.
Felt
it's
forced.
Just irritating.
Yeah.
It was super forced, dude. Best way to describe it, super forced. Here's the thing about Will Ferrell, though, right? Simpsons taught me this. There was an episode of Simpsons where, hi, I'm Troy McClure. I think it was Troy McClure. Troy McClure was dating Selma, one of Marge Homer's wife's sisters. And it was all for publicity. He wasn't in love with her at all. She was like horrid. She was fucking horrid to look at, right?
Horrid.
But so he was like a washed up actor, and his agent was like, you know, the whole father thing's in at the moment. If you have kids and you got a wife and family, people want to know who you are. It's like a change of pace, you know, like you're more like castable now that you've done that. So he's like, all right. So he like committed to the whole having a wife and wanting to have a kid thing because it would help him get further his career. And it's true. Like if you did a lot of acting in your 20s, right? And then you kind of took 6 years off, and then nobody knew you, and then you were trying to get work in your 30s. You were a heartthrob in your 20s. You kind of look like a bit like shit in your 30s. Nobody's going to cast you. And then these actors come back onto the scene in their 40s and they kill it onwards, right? It's because they're more mature. We know them as a heartthrob in the 20s. They're more mature now.
They've refined. What they're about.
They've got kids and they've got a wife, so they're more mature. They're more homely, more appealing to that wider
more
audience.
appealing as a celebrity.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing.
Celebrityism, I don't know if that's a fucking word, but I just made it. Celebrityism is like a whole game in itself. Like what you can and can't be as a celebrity.
It's bullshit, hey?
I'll tell you what else pisses me off about celebrities, but do you want to finish your...
Well, I'll just finish by saying thank you. I'll just finish by saying Will Ferrell could have worked. Will Ferrell's got a wife and kids now and all that stuff. We all know that, but nothing's changed. Like I was saying, if Will Ferrell decided to lift weights or do something different, that could have opened up a whole new part of his life where that would have changed his perspective on things, would have changed his acting, would have changed his appearance and things. And then he could have continued to do comedy, or maybe he would have got cast for something else. Chris Pratt, right? Chris Pratt did a bunch of random comedies. He did Parks and Recreation.
Yes,
he was the big dumb guy. Then he did that Zero Dark 30, and then
don't know that one, but yeah,
Zero Dark 30 was the film they made about killing Bin Laden.
Oh yeah.
He did that film, and then they were like, "Hang on a minute, this dopey comedic dumb guy can actually play the tough stern father or the thingo."
Yeah,
and then Snowball. He's doing Jurassic Park. He's doing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
So.
Or Guardians of the Galaxy.
There you go, dude. Like that is Chris Pratt is a perfect example of changing things up, taking the initiative and changing things up. So, I mean, if Will Ferrell, for example, decided to try something different, who knows where he'd be now?
Do you know what though? Trying something different, and especially to do with health and stuff. What about what's old love? Was it Rebel Wilson that lost a bunch of weight?
Yeah,
I haven't seen her in anything since she's lost a bunch of weight because she was the fat character.
Yeah.
So who's casting her as the fitter, skinnier girl?
Yeah.
But maybe she's working on that. Maybe she's trying to perfect herself and improve her health, and then maybe.
I know Jonah Hill has had a lot of troubles with his
weight. He's had
a
a lot of up and down though.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill's been like a yo-yo. His weight is like a yo-yo, man. I looked it up.
He's been just dragged over glass by the media about his weight, and it's fucked with his mental health a lot, and fuck the media for doing that to him. Like he was losing weight and he was trying to take care of himself, and they were like asking him questions and practically making fun of him about it. It's like, fuck you, cunts.
Yeah, I hate that.
But he has done some stuff where he is thinner.
Have you seen his doco.
9.
There's a Netflix doco about his therapist because he was so amazed by his own therapist and his therapist's strategies and techniques that he made a
1 liter down.
That he made a doco about his therapist, and it's really good. Let me try this mead. It's really good, man. Like you will get emotional. I've only just started it, but apparently it's crazy. And he actually teaches you things that you can try in your own life, kind of thing. Like he wants to get the message out to more people on how to improve your mental health.
True.
Trying some mead.
That's fucking
that's so much better with the ice in it.
Yeah, bro.
I had a little sip before when you were pouring it, but that's far better with the ice. Yeah.
I was going to get 2 bottles, but they only had 1 left. Can you believe it? They had the bottle I bought and then like some shitty little liqueur bottle. I was like, fuck that.
Nah, fuck
and
that.
And the little liqueur bottle was more expensive.
Do you know what? Yeah, there we go. What's it called? Maxwell? Honey mead.
Viking. Oh, is that Viking or Saxon? I don't know what it is, but anyways, go on.
I was going to say, what was
your other note? Yeah, what
else
you
pisses me off about the celebrity world? And this is a very complex issue, and it has to do exactly with health and fitness. And that's because I'm very much in that scene of gym, working out, health, fitness, is the issue of fake natty and steroids. Very complex issue, especially
for those who don't know, natty means natural
bodybuilding, and fake natty meaning fake natural bodybuilders. You're claiming that you're natural, but you're not honest about your steroid use or performance enhancing drugs use.
I saw some funny videos of this dude going around in a gym saying, "Are you natty?" And people being like, "No," and other people just like, "No, I'm ready to compete."
Yeah, no, but this is where it gets muddy, right?
We shouldn't make fun of people if they want to enhance their body using supplements.
Oh, there's no making fun of them.
No, leave them alone.
There's no making fun of them at all.
It's their fucking choice.
The issue is where it gets muddy is once big corporations or the spotlight gets involved. So, for instance, and I don't want to make any accusations here, but for instance, Hugh Jackman for Wolverine.
You think he wasn't natty?
Listen up. Or Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, dude. Oh, we've all seen the video of him working out in Byron, dude. His arms like this. Like that dude was juicing.
So I don't, because I know, I don't know, but I have a lot of fitness guys that I follow that I believe are natural, and they've done the whole thing with, there's a podcast called More Plates, More Dates. A guy called Derek, he does testing, so drug testing for steroid use. And if you can, like, apparently if you're well known or like you're a bodybuilder, you can go and see him and he will do random drug tests on you. So they won't tell you when they're going to do it. They'll randomly, and it'll be like for a year, they'll randomly take samples and see if you're clean. And so there's celebrities like Matt Does Fitness, who I follow. He's a British guy and he's jacked, man. He is jacked. Matt Does Fitness. Like,
yeah, no,
I've showed you. Yeah,
he's not the Kiwi guy, is he?
No, he's the British guy.
British guy, that's
the
right.
British guy.
He's not the one who went swimming.
No, that's Ross Edgley. Ross Edgley has not done these tests. So
okay.
Ross Edgley is probably juicing. But Matt Does Fitness, apparently he did the full year of Derek's, and Derek from More Plates, More Dates believes that he's clean. So I will take that word and I'll say, yeah, I believe that he's clean, because throughout that year, you can obviously watch their physique. And if they're still improving their physique and proving they're clean, then there's no real argument there. Like you can't say, oh, well, during the year that he decided to be tested, his physique deflated. So then you can say, well, obviously he was juicing beforehand and he just got clean for the tests, because it's quite easy. Mm-hmm. But if it's random tests, like it's pretty hard to work around. So I believe that. But then if you're Chris Hemsworth and you're juicing, there's a very difficult subject there. Or like The Rock. Like The Rock is 100% on gear. But you will never have him say it, because I guarantee you the studios in Hollywood will say to him, you cannot say that you're on steroids.
You are a public figure.
Because young kids are looking up to him. And if you're saying, the way I got this physique is with steroids.
Mm.
You're gonna have young kids trying to get steroids and fuck themselves up.
Here's my question. How, because I haven't researched steroids at all. I don't know how it works. As anyone who knows me and see me, I clearly don't take steroids. But how, because like I look at like Arnie, for instance. Arnie's healthy. Sylvester Stallone's healthy. Sylvester Stallone,
He's
well,
juiced as fuck.
yeah. But
Human
like
growth hormones and everything.
Yeah. But like he's an old, like obviously having money helps you pay for like a good diet and all that stuff, and you got your own cooks and stuff.
Healthy now, right? You're saying Arnie's healthy now. Sylvester Stallone's healthy now.
He's been healthy most of their lives, right?
Arnie's had several open heart surgeries.
He has. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, because here's my thing. How can you take steroids and be healthy? Like The Rock. Has The Rock had open heart surgery? How is The Rock...
He's not old enough yet. Arnie's in his 70s,
Right.
if not close to 80.
So how do you take steroids? So basically what you're saying is like any amount of steroids you take, it eventually will affect you going down the track. Because
if you
how
do
can
as
you
much
take,
as them.
How can you take steroids and live a long, how can you have longevity with steroids? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. So those guys took a lot. So the way you do steroids is injected, and it's done in a cycle, right?
I don't think
usually done in a cycle.
If you think about, sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off. This is very important what you're saying. If you think about Arnie, the dude was brought over from Austria to train. He was doing acting classes and English classes and stuff, but like he would have had his own room paid for him. He would have had his food paid for him. He would have been, steroids would have paid for him.
Mhm.
That's crazy, dude. He would have been so lucky. He would have just been like, everything's paid for me.
And here's the thing. In a profession where you are a bodybuilder, your main goal in life to make money and to live and to gain respect and fame is to be huge, then that is solidly justified to me.
100%.
If you're saying, well, the only way I'm going to win Mr. Olympia is by
be
improving.
natty.
Yeah. So for instance, what's his name? Lightweight baby. Oh man, Ronnie Coleman. He was natural for ages and he was still a freak. So these guys already have freakish genetics.
That's what I'm thinking about The Rock, man. Samoans, like Polynesians, are just like a warrior race, dude. They're naturally like...
The issue with The Rock is, A, he's never agreed to be tested. Yes, he avoids the subject. And you look at him now, he's 50-something. And you look at his physique over the last 20 years where if you look at statistics, you shouldn't be able to grow that much in that age bracket. He's leaner, way bigger than he was 20 years ago.
Right,
and that shouldn't be possible naturally.
If you look at The Rock,
maybe, but
if you look at The Rock in like Welcome to the Jungle or Doom, he looks like a fucking normal dude. He looks like a dude and he
looks soft.
Yeah.
Whereas now he just looks like there is not a bit of fat on him.
Corded muscle, yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock used to look like just some random Samoan dude who fucking plays for like Manly, you know?
Yeah,
Some
like a
random
footy player.
Samoan dude who went to Springwood State High School, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, like, man, I remember in Springwood State High School, there was a dude, I can't remember what grade. He was maybe like 1 or 2 years, I think he was 2 years below my grade. His name was Warren. I remember this dude specifically, Warren. Only ever said maybe 2 or 3 words to him. He's a fucking lovely guy, just a general. The dude was like, 13, 14, and he was already like 5'11", maybe 6 foot. And I remember like, I never went to Springwood Gym. So like Phil and I went to Springwood State High School, and then maybe like 10 minutes down the road from our high school was Good Life. It's like triple tiered.
That was a great gym.
I never went there.
Such good memories.
I probably went there
dude.
about 4 times with a bunch of mates after school, because like everyone I knew lived in that area, Springwood or Roachdale, so it was easy for them, but I had to trek all the way back to Logan.
You went to the Cornubia life.
Me and Phil went to Cornub.
Yeah. Was that? I think that was probably the first gym I went to, but the Springwood one was the first one where I went to with like workout friends, and it just that was like what solidified for me. The gym is a fun place, and I want to get bigger. And
totally, it was good vibes. Yeah. And
great.
like, it was. I don't like it now, as you know, but when you're younger and you've got 3 mates with you and you're all to squat rack or the fucking bench press, you got 3 dudes going in your ear. You're pushing that 60 kilos.
Yeah.
You're like, 60, 70, I'm strong, you know? But this Warren, I remember going in there, it was probably like, you know, what time did we finish school? It was like 3:20, 4:20 or something like that.
Yeah, it was before 4 o'clock.
Before
oh
4, it was
man,
like
those
20
were the
past 3.
fucking
Those are the
days.
days, yeah. And I walked in there one day and I saw this Warren kid in there and I was like, hey man, fucking, how you going? He was like, yeah, good. Real quiet, gentle
Yeah,
giant.
yeah.
The dude was fucking massive. And I was like, fuck, bro, like we literally like sprinted from class to get here. How long have you been here? He's like, oh, I didn't go to school today. I just fucking came to the gym. He wasn't a footy player or anything. He's like, I just came to the gym. I was like, oh, true. I was like, how long you been here? He's like, oh, 3 hours. I'll probably be here for another hour. The dude was there for 4 hours, bro.
Yeah,
And he was fucking, and I mean,
that's wild.
when you're in high school, bro, you've got that crazy energy.
A
Like
teenager energy.
Teenager energy. You could just keep going and going and going. But this dude was just like 4 hours. I never saw him after that. But I wonder now if he's fucking massive.
Yeah.
It's
If he just
crazy.
kept that momentum going. So I've had, do you remember like, it was probably quite a few.
Klug. I know if I stand up, I'm going to be like,
That's about 2/3 into that mead.
feel all
so
right.
you are, oh really? You good?
I feel all right. Einsen Klug.
It's probably like same as drinking a bottle of wine. I could drink a bottle of wine to myself
I
and
love
be like,
bottles. Yeah. I love bottles with this at the bottom of it, these little divots, because I like poking it. Because I'm a
I
man.
like poking the divot
I'm a man,
'cause
I
I'm
like
a man.
Poking. Yeah.
So, speaking of health and fitness, I had some.
While we're drinking fucking.
Exactly. Do you remember the health podcast we did? And I said, we're going to tell you how to get your shredded abs in 9 minutes. Was it 9?
Yeah.
Had some listener feedback saying like, oh, I was waiting for the secret for the shredded abs and it never came. So maybe we gotta give some info here because I'm a pretty well versed guy when it comes to shredded abs and getting them.
I'll give my version, then you can give yours.
What's your version?
My version of getting abs, very, very. Hopefully, you're not too fat. You don't have like a big, thick gut because it may take a little longer. But if you've got like a bit of flab over your stomach, my best advice would just be do boxing. Do a boxing class, maybe 2 or 3 times a week for a month, and you will have abs.
Which is basically fitness cardio,
Pure
and
cardio,
just
just
burning calories.
They get you to do laps, hitting bags, dueling an opponent, and then just a lot of sit-ups and shit. Just like vomit tier stuff. Dude, I used to vomit so much when I used to do boxing. It was almost like a point of pride, dude. Beanley, PCYC, we would do laps. We would do like
going
12,
so hard that you would vomit every
and
session.
You'd like outpace
damn.
people and you run and then you get. My boss Zed would be like, my coach Zed would be like, right, who's not getting in the ring tonight? No one would put their hand up because he'd say on the first day, if you don't get in the ring, what's the point of you fucking doing boxing?
Yeah, well.
So it'd be like, everyone's getting in the fucking ring, you know? And then you get new people who are like, or like semi-new people who are like, oh no, I can't do it tonight. And he would just fucking berate you.
Mm.
So I was like, shit. So you get in the ring and like, that wasn't the hard part. Getting in the ring and fighting, like if you've been doing maybe 25 minutes of like pad work or hitting the bag, doing combinations of the bag, and then like hitting the bag down, put up, sit up, push up, down, starch up, push up, sit up, run outside, fucking 1 lap around the fucking thing. Oh shit, okay. Run around the rack, come back in. Oh, fucking that one more. Run, come back in. Hey, you're doing the fucking ring now. Yeah, and you get in the ring and you just like, by that point when you're in the ring, you don't give a fuck about that person. Like it's just pure focus.
Yeah,
they hit it,
you are just
dodge,
so done.
Boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. Yeah. And then like you finish up and like back outside, you run back outside, and then you run, and then like you're normal, and then next to me you're like just a bit of like a fat, like maybe like a phone sized bit of vomit. Like have that as a fucking bit of vomit, and then for fine, dude. The worst part about doing boxing classes is when you got home or when you got in the car when like someone picked you up. Because I was younger, I was maybe like 12, 13 when I really did I did boxing from like 12 to like 15. So when you get in the car and you're like fucking knackered, right? That's when like you're like...
You were training at 12 to 15 so hard that you would vomit.
Yeah.
That's cray, man.
Oh, yeah, dude, totally. Because I mean, you know, I was a very active kid, but like you eat like a bag of potato chips at that time. You're like, oh, I don't feel good, you know? So like as soon as you get in the car, how was class, mate? Yeah, good. Oh, you didn't get any cuts on you? That's good. I don't want you to get cuts on you. I'm like, yeah, thanks, mum. And then you sit there and then like you go from like a cold breeze into like a hot car.
Mm.
The window might be down or anything like that, and then that hits you. And like being a kid, you weren't very conscious of like hydration.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm like
Oh,
super
yeah,
conscious
yeah.
of hydration. So you get in the car and you're like, oh fuck, and then you get home and then you throw up again,
Oh shit.
and then you eat dinner, and then like you feel dizzy while you're eating dinner, and then you go to bed, like just crazy shit.
That's crazy, bro.
But I think that was because I wasn't hydrated enough.
Most definitely. I remember though, I've, and this has not happened recently, but I remember I used to do, especially in like leg sessions, and I've vomited a few times after a leg session where,
Oh, dude.
and I've obviously researched this because I would get like the cold sweats and feel dizzy, and like you get that feeling of like needing to pass out, like you're so lightheaded.
It gets
and
black.
faint. Yeah,
the corner
yeah.
of your eyes get black.
And
yeah.
you just like, you don't know what to do, and you just like go into the gym bathrooms and you're like, oh God. And then I just get into a cubicle and sit on the toilet, and I'm just like, am I going to pass out?
or am I going to throw up?
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
That's
It's
the
a
worst.
terrible
That
feeling.
limbo.
So I've researched that, and it's apparently it's the lack of oxygen to your head
So you got to just breathe.
while you. So either you can do really deep breaths, like Wim Hof style.
Deep breaths make you worse, dude. When you got a light head,
No, but if you do it consciously, like a Wim Hof thing, like if you do 10, 20, 30 of them, that actually helps.
yeah,
Or or you can do, if you're doing legs, for instance, you got to keep moving because you don't want your heart rate to drop too quickly after you're doing if you're doing crazy sets. But the other thing is trying to get upside down, get the blood back into your head. So what
Really?
I've done, if I've felt that same feeling that I used to feel where you can feel it coming on, right? You've done your second last set and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do one more. And then you feel it coming on and then you push through the last one and you're like, that was a mistake. Here I go. And then you spiral into this little, I'm going to pass out thing. But what I've done is when I feel it coming on, I've done this before, I would do a handstand up against the wall. So just as long as I could. You know how you get that head rush and it feels like all the
Did it
blood's in
help?
your head? Yeah. No sickness, no vomiting.
did you consider doing that when you were doing those crazy rows?
Oh man, the row's a different game, man. Because yes, someone told us to lay down and put our legs up,
I am
but
drunk
the
right
PT
now.
there,
I just gotta say, I'm drunk.
yeah,
I'm looking at your eyes while you're talking, and it's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So I go on the
Yeah.
PT.
the PT said don't lay down and keep walking after you do the sprint row because
Shut up, idiot! Yeah.
no, because it literally
works?
works. Because
Okay.
apparently it's very bad if you're doing really intense cardio like a sprint, especially when it's a minute and a half almost for the row. That intense, and then you just stop because your heart rate goes up,
And then
and then it just
spikes.
drops
Yeah.
far too quickly, and that's really bad. So if you keep walking, you'll keep your heart rate going. So we're just like doing laps up and down the gym, just going, oh God, I feel so terrible. Oh
Mm.
God.
Fuck, it's fuck, dude. You know what we need? We need guests. We don't need just regular guests. We need like fucking. Can you imagine if you and I got like a fucking like a physician in here? He's like,
Oh yeah.
that's actually good.
We
good,
need facts. We need
Yeah.
some actual facts
The-
for
the-
fitness.
That's a good fact, Philip. Actually, you know, like a North
And he
Shore
can explain to
douchey-
us why it's bad that your heart rate drops. I just know that it is because some dumb PT told me.
We got to feed that motherfucker a liter of beer though. So
Yeah,
he's like,
absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely. I got to do my version of abs.
All right, yeah, your version.
So how to get
Philip Geets version of abs.
How
What
to
is
get-
that? Are we
how to
talking like
get
a
your
month?
shredded six
2
pack.
weeks? 3 weeks? What?
Well, I mean, I'm going through it right now. I had the COVID that was hiding my six pack. I had a gut through COVID, got lazy. No gyms were open, wasn't motivated at home, bought really expensive dumbbells at home, didn't use them.
Yeah, you rookie.
But controversially,
Hang on, do you use those dumbbells ever? Do you ever pick them up and
No.
just? Do you ever
No, do
sit
you
at
wanna
the
buy
laptop
them?
and be like, ha ha ha, jerk off in one hand?
not at all.
Okay.
You want to buy them?
9.
40 kilos each they go up
Dude,
to. Adjustable dumbbells.
Can we do shoulder press right now for the fucking
No
cameras?
way, dude.
Ah!
So, not controversial. I said controversially. It's not controversial, but what do you think the best exercise is for getting your abs?
Clean eating.
Ah, you almost said it is a trick question.
Squats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Squats, because you're just burning the most amount of calories, you're engaging your core, you're working the largest muscle in your body,
Mm.
and the only way to show your abs is to lose body fat. It doesn't matter how many crunches you do, if your body fat stays the same, you ain't showing abs.
Exactly. Sorry, I didn't realize my hands were the way.
Yeah, it kept doing that.
Yeah, it's true.
Doesn't matter how many crunches you do, it will get your ab muscles bigger, maybe more separated. So you might think, oh yeah, it's showing a bit more, but that's because your ab muscles are larger, which means they're popping out more, which means the divots are more separated, which means your fat that you have is curving down into the divots of your ab muscles. So it can show it more. The only way to get a true six-pack is to lose body fat. The only way to lose body fat, and we're not going to get into all the health benefits of good foods and stuff, but as a blanket rule, the only way to lose body fat is to eat less calories than you burn.
Calorie
to be in a calorie deficit, which you have to consciously do, whether you want to work it out on a daily tracking. I suck at tracking calories.
I don't track shit,
I
dude.
suck at tracking calories. So
I suck at Cali.
I suck at Cali.
Belly.
I suck at it. So I did a thing where I bought my grocery shop and I scanned.
You bought the shop?
No.
Congratulations,
My
man.
God.
What an investment.
So I get my Woolies delivered. As the delivery came, I do it for a whole week.
Well, you
I
own the shop. You get that shit
Yeah,
delivered
I
for
bought the
sure.
shop.
You play defense and offense.
Yeah, whatever. I set the shop up for myself. So
Did you say you wanted to rap later? Excellent.
I did not.
Philip will be rapping later, everyone.
So what I did was I scanned everything that I bought for the whole week of eating, and I just did my whole weekly calories. What the fuck is it?
Your weekly calories. Go on. I'm just thinking about Philip rap. So I'm so sorry to cut you off, man. Like what you're talking about is
You're
very
drunk.
important.
You're drunk. You've got a lot of mead in you.
I've got a lot. Verkanskrugen. I do know some Scandinavian. Tack skal du ha. I think that's thank you.
I think.
And then, dude,
I love that. I think that's thank you.
And your welcome is Heltsvint.
Heltsvint.
Heltsvint. Get that into you.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, yeah. So Phil will be rapping
No.
now.
No.
Come on.
Don't pretend to have a sip and don't have a sip.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't have a sip, did I?
Get it up, yeah. There he is. Oh, shit.
I shoot my gun on your jet. Oh, you beat me. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm
because
beating
yours
you,
is,
motherfucker.
yours is far stronger.
Yeah. You want another sip?
Oh, no thanks.
Go on then.
Nah, no
Come
thanks.
on.
Nah, you
don't
get
want that
absolutely
backwash, do you?
sloshed. So
All right,
anyway,
so you agree that
burn calories,
squats
get abs.
right? I agree because like
The only way to get abs is to lose body fat. The only way to lose body fat is to burn more calories than you eat. And that's without getting into details of what you should eat. Obviously, you need to eat a lot more vegetables, a lot more healthy foods.
you showed me that video of that guy who was very fit and he only ate pizza. And then by the end of a certain period of time, he looked better than he did because he was keeping to the calorie deficit.
Exactly. You can technically, you can eat whatever the fuck you want for, let's say you want to get shredded in a month, 2 months, 3 months. If you've already got a decent base, obviously you're not going to lose 10, 15 kilos on it. But you could eat whatever the fuck you want, including pizza. I showed Joel a video of a guy eating pizza for a month in a calorie deficit, which means you're eating less calories than you burn. So you eat only a certain amount of pizza per day and you burn more calories, and he got more lean just by eating pizza, which is really unbelievable to people. People think that specific foods make you fat, which they don't.
It happens, but at the same time, people, I don't care how good you look. You can eat pizza all you want, but like you got to think about the long run. You need to eat nutritious, healthy food.
Exactly.
You can't be eating shit.
That's the second point. Like you can lose weight on it because you're going to lose body fat, but you're not going to be healthy internally. Like you could drink mead every day, Joel.
But if I'm going to be drinking mead every day, I need to swing an axe into a Saxon's face or something, you know? Like
an axe, did you say?
Yeah, like a Viking drink, right?
Ah, yes. Viking mead.
It's true. Like, it's funny. When you're younger, you can have a workout and you don't care, right? You're like, I'm sweating, I'm panting, it's whatever. As when you reach that stage in your life, 30 plus, when you know your metabolism's slowing down and you know that you can't eat whatever you want and still burn it off by just living your normal life. When I have a workout these days, when I finish a workout and my shirt's drenched in sweat, I'm happy.
Mhm.
Like I know I've done good.
Mhm.
Maybe you might feel that in your like teens or early 20s, but these days in this age, it's like an accomplishment, right?
Mhm.
Like,
You know what I
like
think?
yeah, go on.
No, go ahead.
I love doing squats. Like I did a massive back workout today. I was in the gym for nearly 2 hours, just like going fucking hard. And like I was sweaty, but like I wasn't like crazy sweaty like I do when I do squats.
Mm.
When I do squats now, like obviously the quad father, I showed you that guy. When I do squats now, I really do squats. Like I'll be at the squat rack for at least 40
And
minutes.
do some volume.
Like
Do that
crazy, like
volume.
5 sets of a super heavy weight as much as I can. 10, 8, 6, 4, 4, 2, 2, something like crazy, like a
Just
eye
more
busting,
reps in.
like yeah.
More
and then,
reps in.
and then rack it, take 5 or 10 off. So let's say I'm doing 100 or 110. If I'm doing 110, then 105. And then I'll do 2 sets of that after I do the 5 sets. And then I take 100, 2 sets of that. 95, 2 sets of that. 90, 2 sets of that. 85, 2 sets of that. 80, 2 sets of that. 75,
Get
2
that
sets of
volume
that.
in.
70. By the end of it, when I get onto the leg press machine and I put like, because my gym's not put the bar. I'm moving soon, so I can't wait to find a new gym where actually has the bars.
If you move close to here, my friend, World
Gotcha.
Gym.
I am looking. Edgecliff is a good place I'm looking at the moment as well.
Ooh, that is a nice area.
Super close to you as well. I'm looking at because we don't have I've always gone to gyms where you put the fucking weight onto the leg press machine and then you do it 200 250 but now I only got the one where it's just like you put the
The
fucking
little pins, yeah.
the pin and it's only 100, right? And it's easy shit. 100, the hardest weight on it. So I'll do like instead of 10 reps of like 5.
But you've just done all your squats, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
fine.
So I'll do-
cooking it.
I'll do 5 sets of 10 of 100. No, sorry. I'll do 100 kg, 5 sets of 20. So I'll do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. After doing all those fucking thingos, dude, it's like, even on the first set, I get to
You're dead.
8.
It's
I get
death.
to 8. It's like, and then like I'm only 1 minute, 1 to 2 minute break, and then I'm straight back into it. Dude, it's fucking agony. By the time you get to the 5th set, you get to 6 and you're like, 9, you know? And then after that, you got to do the fucking leg extension and then, oh, bro.
Brutal.
But
Brutal.
what I'm saying is by the end of it, the amount of calories I can only imagine, I don't count it, but the amount of fucking weight and fat I have burnt, it shows in my clothing, dude. I can wring my clothing and I'm drenched. And I love...
That's a lot of water weight you're losing there as well, though.
That's true, because I drink tons of water.
Fat removes itself from your body very slowly.
That's true, yeah.
I think the maximum rate is like half a kilo a week.
I do intermediate fasting as well.
Mm.
So let's say I usually try to do legs either on the weekends or at the start of the week.
Mm.
And I'm drinking about 3 to 4 liters of water a day. So, and I'm not eating food until about 1 o'clock, 12:31.
Mhm.
So I won't eat anything. And when I have a coffee, it's a black coffee.
Mhm.
So there's no calories or anything, right?
Mhm.
So by the time 1 or 2 rolls around, I'm fucking starving. So if it's a weekend, I'll probably do legs tomorrow,
Mhm.
maybe in the morning or the afternoon. I haven't eaten anything yet, starving. And then I'll do super heavy weights, but I'll maybe have 1 or 2 black coffees to give me the energy. So I'm hoping that I'm burning that, but once I'm done,
Well,
I'll
intermittent
eat like
fasting.
a fucking elephant.
Intermittent fasting is a great strategy for just reducing your overall calories because you're tightening up the window of which you're eating.
That's not why I do intermittent fasting, dude. Dude, the
I'm
benefits.
talking about
for weight
without
gain.
any other benefits. I'm not talking about any other health benefits for the gut. I'm talking about calories. For losing fat, that's the only reason it works is
Yeah.
because of the fact that you're going to eat less calories in a smaller window and then you're going to be in a deficit without obviously factoring in all the other health benefits. There's going to be a ton of other health benefits like your gut being able to clean itself out and all that stuff.
Yeah. Reduce the risk of cancer, improved brain health, improved heart health, lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. I think there's something along the lines of like intermittent fasting has something to do with reducing the risk of fucking the onset of diabetes. And that's very much touches me because, dude, like, since I was a little kid, I fucking have a crazy sweet tooth. People have sweet tooth. I have sweet teeth. Right? Dude, like, wait, here's me, right? Here's me up until maybe 3 years ago. I will go into a 7-Eleven or a convenience store or a fucking Woolworths, whatever. I'll buy a bag of those sugar strips, the red ones and the blue ones, just like a fucking gelatinous strip with sugar on it. Peanut M&Ms, fucking the fucking sherbet strips. Fuck, dude, I will, like, whatever, dude. I will literally eat like maybe I will eat a ton of sugar in one sitting and then do it again the next day.
Here we go. Finish the mead, and then we're finishing up. But I've got one serious topic to go through before we finish
I
up.
say iron within, you say iron without. All right,
What? Iron. Okay, yeah.
without.
Yeah. Okay.
Think about that for a moment.
I'm thinking about
Let's
it.
say you're in a battlefield, right? You've been in the trenches, not just regular like World War I trenches. I'm talking about modern day. We're fighting Russia or China. Your trenches, right? You're disorientated. You're demoralized. You're starving. Next minute, your morale is boosted by one general who you've heard about or a captain, super fucking gets the job done, who joins your outfit, your company or platoon. We're going to fight. We're going to win. This is our land. We are the ones who fight. You know, you're like really boosted. And then he says, iron within. And then you scream iron without. You think about that. Iron within, your strength within, your conscious, your mind, your heart is strong. And without, you're holding a piece of fucking iron in your hand. You're strong. Iron within, iron without. And that makes you think about lifting weights. Iron within, you know, fucking push that weight, right? Iron within.
Iron without.
Hell yeah.
Boom, there's the mead. On that topic.
It's my favorite, dude. I think about that whenever I lift weights. Iron within, iron without. I'm no fucking pussy. I lift that fucking weights.
I don't know if you've seen this.
What's up?
This is probably going to be a bit late for the people listening because it gets released a little bit late once we edit everything.
Putin arrests warrant issued over war crime allegations. Here's the fucked up
This
thing
is
about
breaking news, man.
Here's the fucked up thing
He's
about.
got an arrest warrant out for him.
By whom? The United Nations?
By the International Criminal. I don't know what they call it. ICC, I think it
Bro,
is.
can I just tell you? Can I just go on another tangent? I know I've been talking for like a long time.
ICC.
Yeah, let me just talk real quick. There is a YouTube channel on YouTube, and I found it. Give me one moment, I'll find it again. I've subscribed to them because I'm mental. There is a YouTube channel.
International Criminal Court, sorry. Just saw that there on the article.
You're right. There's a YouTube channel that has videos of like actual conflicts going on in Ukraine by Ukrainian soldiers with GoPros on their heads. They upload it. It's like a British fucking news. I think it's British. I don't know. They upload without any pure graphic videos. I saw some fucked up videos on this shit on YouTube. No restrictions. No, this video is 18 plus. Dude, one video of this dude hiding in this, it's like a trench, right? Trench system. Walls about yay high. This dude has like fucking belt-fed guns, boom, boom, boom guns, fucking boom, pipe bombs, you know, put the pipe in, boom.
Grenade launcher, yeah.
Grenade launcher, crazy fucking guy. This dude, and I read in the comics, this is one guy and another guy, right? The other guy has had a shell shock and he's freaked out. He's a Ukrainian soldier. He doesn't want to do anything. He's just loading the weapons, putting the bullets in for this other guy. This other dude's got a fucking GoPro on his head. He's reaching up above. It's like twigs and trees everywhere. He's like, it's dense trenches. Grr, 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 shooting his guns. Go, go, go there. Full out. Dude gives him another gun. Boom. He's literally loading RPGs, shooting it over this trench. There's like a fucking platoon or something of Russians coming over. And there's like footage of this dude shooting them. Next minute, you see a Russian guy make it into the side of a trench where another fucking Ukrainian dude is. You see this dude drop. No blurring or anything. Pure, like you don't see blood splatter or anything. Drops that dude, keeps
well, you
firing.
wouldn't because of their uniforms. Like
Yeah. Dude, it's purely graphic. It's so funny you bring this up. I watched this like 2 days ago. And then there's another video from the same channel. They're literally getting drones, like drones, to drop bombs about yay big, maybe the size of this bottle. And you see these videos of these Russian soldiers sleeping like curled up in the fetal position, and they drop these bombs, and it just explodes maybe about a meter from me to you away. Blows up next to the fucking Russian soldiers, like, oh shit. And then, like, you see, like, holes in their fucking legs, like, because it's kind of like black and white because it's night vision. And then they're, like, holding something, and then they drop another bomb, and then it's boom, and then the body stops moving. It's like crazy graphic shit, dude.
Fucking hell. It's a very serious topic to end on, but
Hell yeah.
we've finished the mead. Joel's absolutely schlugged. It's like he's had the 2-liter podcast
Iron within.
forced upon him. Iron without.
Do you feel that, Philip? Fair enough. Thanks, everyone, for watching and
Thank
listening.
you.
Watch the video. It's on YouTube as well. Love me.
If